Okay, guys, I figured I would just continue some wise words of hope and encouragement today. I've got a couple books here. There's Veritas, which is sayings of Plato, Socrates, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, or Epictetus, however you want to pronounce it. And in this, the golden sayings here, I'm just going to read this portion that says, God is beneficent, but the good also is beneficent. It should seem then that where the real nature of God is, there too is to be found the real nature of the good. What then is the real nature of God? Intelligence, knowledge, right reason. Here then, without more ado, seek the real nature of the good. For surely thou dost not seek it in a plant or in an animal that reasoneth not. Seek then the real nature of the good, in that without whose presence thou wilt not admit the good to exist in aught else. What then? Are not these other things also works of God? They are, but not preferred to honor, nor are they portions of God. But thou art a thing preferred to honor. Thou art thyself a fragment torn from God. Thou hast a portion of him within thyself. How is it then that thou dost not know thy high descent, dost not know whence thou comest? When thou eatest, wilt thou not remember who thou art that eatest and whom thou feedest? In intercourse, in exercise, in discussion, knowest thou not that it is a God whom thou feedest, a God whom thou exercisest, a God whom thou bearest about with thee? O miserable, and thou perceivest it not. Thinkest thou that I speak of a God of silver or gold that is without thee? Nay, thou bearest him within thee, all unconscious of polluting him with thoughts impure and unclean deeds. Were an image of God present, thou wouldst not dare to act as thou dost. Yet, when God himself is present within thee, beholding and hearing all, thou dost not blush to think such thoughts and do such deeds. Oh, that art insensible of thine own nature and liest under the wrath of God. Secondly, I have another one here called Talking About Genesis, a resource guide. And just some sayings out of here that I thought were really cool. I really resonate with St. Francis of Assisi. He wrote the certain prayer that's very famous for a lot of people in Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous know it very well. And he himself says, I have been all things unholy. If God can work through me, he can work through anyone. And then we have got Talmud, which is, you must forgive those who transgress against you before you can look to forgiveness from God. And then Lynn Johnston, an apology is the super glue of life. It can repair just about everything. And Johann Lavater, Aphorisms on Man, circa 1788. He who has not forgiven an enemy has never yet tasted one of the most sublime enjoyments of life. And flipping through here, got, let's see, Mark Twain. Man was made at the end of the week's work when God was tired. He's kind of a smart aleck. But then we've got Abu Hamid Muhammad al-Ghazali. The vision of God is the greatest happiness to which man can attain. Our imprisonment in bodies of clay and water and entanglement in the things of sense constitute a veil which hides the vision of God from us. Let's see. And then Robert McAfee Brown from The Bible Speaks to You, 1985. The Bible isn't just another book with a lot of interesting information about God. It is a book in which people find God coming alive, making his way into their hearts and demanding that they do something about him. He's not a safe or a tame God, securely lodged behind the bars of a distant heaven. He has the most annoying manner of showing up when we least want him, of confronting us in the strangest ways, and he usually turns out to be very different from the sort of God we would have invented ourselves. We have to be prepared for surprises and unexpected news. And then I love this last one, Abraham Joshua Heschel, which is from God in Search of Man, 1955. The Bible is not an end, but a beginning, a precedent, not a story. It's being embedded in a particular historic situation that has not deterred it from being everlasting. Nothing in it is surreptitious or trite. It is not an epic about the life of heroes, but the story of every man in all climates and all ages. Its topic is the world, the whole of history. It continues to scatter seeds of justice and compassion, to echo God's cry to the world, and to pierce man's armor of callousness. I love these. So, with that being said, I just wanted to continue today's mission of sharing some insight into the Word, the Bible, and other texts that I find very inspirational and encouraging, such as the writings of certain philosophers. I have other books like the works of Shakespeare, and then the Iliad and the Odyssey, and lots of different cool stuff, and I find different inspirational verses or writings or chapters written in these things. And I'm praying for everyone. Stay strong, put on your full armor, so to speak, and let's do this. Let's change this world into heaven, peace, love, harmony. And I'm going to continue to keep everyone in my prayers and thoughts. I love you all so much. Your words of encouragement that I woke up to this morning were just mind-blowing. And this is why I need you all so very much. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. You guys are truly my family. And I wouldn't want to be here without you. So sending my love. XOXO.